everybody! How y'all doing? It's G-Bub here. We are sitting here in Jackpot, and we are going to be heading, we're going to take some electronics down there to Bakersfield as we sit here and watch the pretty sunrise coming up. Now, apparently, the trailer we're picking up is supposedly, yeah, there it is, just right over here beside us. It's one of those little mini trailers. It's just a little thing of electronics. We're not going to get paid a whole lot for it. But
calculating route. Please proceed to highlighted
once
route.
again, we're just doing this just to see if we can have us a good time and get a little bit of just quiet and quiet and careful and casual trucking going on. All three of the cues there. Quiet, cool, and careful. All right, there we go. Let's back it on up. And let's get hooked up to that little bitty thing. Like I said, it's a tiny little trailer today. But it is a fragile cargo. We're carrying a fragile cargo. I think the very first one we had. We almost had one yesterday whenever we were going to carry that truck trailer. I mean, that car trailer. Remember that car carrier we had? With all those cars on it. We were going to carry it, and it would have been a fragile cargo too.
Calculating
There
route.
we go. Let's get it stopped
Please
here.
proceed to highlighted route.
And let's finish cranking it up. There we go. We'll crank the legs up. And let's pop out and take a look. Alrighty? Yeah, look at that little thing. We ain't used to that. We ain't used to that kind of thing. That is a tiny little trailer. But we're going to have a good time with it. We're going to have a good time indeed. Now, why don't we go ahead? While we're at it, let's turn over here. Let's look at our Rand McNally. And let's see where it is we're going to be going, okay? So you see, World of Trucks job, electronic components from Jackpot to Bakersfield. We got a little over 9 hours, almost 9.5 hours in real life time to do it. It's going to make us almost $13,000. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the map here. And I know we need to fill up with gas, fill up with fuel. So we'll get that done. All right, looks like we'll come out of here, we'll turn, we'll go. Let's come on over this way. Yeah, let's come this way. That way we'll see if we can remember to hit that gas station right up here. Hit that fuel station. And then it's just a matter of pretty much going backwards. Taking everything back over here to Elko. And then once we get to Elko, we're going to go through Winnemucca. And we're going to go down here through Reno and Truckee, and then back down here to Sacramento. From there we picked up, this was where that was the whole route we took during the time warp mission that we missed. But then we'll come through Sacramento and come back down here through Stockton and come right on down all the way down here to the railroad yard. Looks like it's going to be just halfway between Fresno and Bakersfield. So we'll be in a good spot to get some trips from out here in California, maybe on over here to Arizona. Come on over this way and come on down into Arizona some and see what we can pick up. That'll be pretty cool. Alrighty, folks. So we'll see where we're going to go. You see our route there.
Calculating route.
And I'm thinking,
Please
who knows?
proceed to highlighted route.
Who knows? We might even decide to, when we get through Winnemucca and stuff like that, we might even decide that we might make a little detour and swing through the towns, because we actually haven't ever picked up Winnemucca, and I don't think we picked up Truckee either. We've been on the interstate going through them and just bypassed right on by them. We didn't actually get off the interstate and go down into them and mark them off as cities that we've discovered. So we might do that. All right, we're going to come on out of here, turn right.
Turn right.
Look at that beautiful sunrise out yonder. It's going to be a pretty day, it sure is. All right, nothing coming this way. And we got that tiny little trailer, so we shouldn't have to worry any about how far we swing it over and stuff like that. It's going to be kind of like driving a car with a little boat trailer on the back of it. It ain't going to take us much. Let's just remember, though, it is fragile. So we do need to kind of keep our eye open. And make sure we don't bang into nothing. Make sure we don't bang the trailer into nothing. Make sure that we don't, run any of those stoplights or pull out in front of anybody and have them run into her. Because that could probably muss things up back there a bit.
In 200 yards, turn right.
I hope all y'all are doing okay back there. Now this is our gas stop up
Turn
here.
right.
So we're gonna fuel ourselves up. Let's remember that. Okay, we're good this way. So let's come on out. We're gonna pull on through the fuel stop there. I like how the roads change, as you go along. The little road textures change as you get into incorporated and unincorporated parts of towns and stuff like that. You can really tell where they do maintenance and where they don't. We're gonna pull on up here. There we go. Like I said, you can see we really ain't needing no sleep at all. We probably will before this trip's over with. I'm estimating about halfway through this trip we'll need it. But we definitely need to fuel up. So let's go ahead and gas up here. In fact, we'll even pull on out and take a look at it this way while we're doing it. And we're low enough. I'm expecting a pretty good price this time around. $105 gallons of diesel, $320, and we are all filled up. Alrighty, well that sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and crank this puppy up. Let's get back on the road. You see that $303.03? That's a good deal cheaper than what they got on the sign up there. So gas is a good deal cheaper than it was whenever this first came on out. Remember, I'm using that Real Fuel Prices mod that updates the fuel prices at all the gas stations across the country every week. Now, trucker, you gonna pull in on me? Nope, you gonna just keep right on going over that way, ain't you? That's good. Now, what we got coming this way? Anything? We do not. So let's just make sure we don't have no head-on accident. As long as we don't do that, we're doing good.
Turn left.
I think next time, before we do our next trip, I think I'm going to see if I can go to a service center or something. I know we got some just wear and tear damage, and we got a couple of percents that were left on our vehicle here whenever we ain't got nothing coming that way. I think we're gonna have to do that enforced courtesy thing again and make these people stop for us. Yep, there they go. Good. Thank y'all. I appreciate that. That was totally non-legit there. Totally non-legit. But, it's a situation where there's traffic. We need to get on down the road because we got some deliveries to make. Way I see it, these people under their virtual quarantine here know that I'm a virtual trucker and I'm bringing them stuff like toilet paper back for them. You gonna let me on in? You're gonna let me on in. Here, I was gonna let you go on by and try to sneak in behind you. They awful nice. Everybody's being awful nice out here. It's nice to see how illness and sickness and everybody being in the same boat just makes people so polite, isn't it? All except for me. Can't say I've been very polite this morning on any of this, can I? Alright, let's just make sure that we don't get suckered into all this stuff where, like it says, 70 miles an hour here, and we're on one of these little sharp curves. Because I got a feeling them YouTube truckers that I watch, not the real truckers, but the YouTube truckers, the ones that play this game, and stream it and will sit here and be flying around these curves at 70 and 80 miles an hour with big old backhoes and stuff on the back of them. I just got a feeling that even with them using all the using their glue to the road settings, couldn't do some of these. I'm gonna pop out and get a picture, and I'll be right back. And the back, I think I got a pretty good one there. It's a start. We'll see. I usually take about 4 or 5 as we'll go along the road if I remember to do it, you know. This time, I guess it's one thing that it also actually plays out kind of well. In that, you know, like I said, I had that lost episode where I recorded over the footage, so we ain't got it, but it was also all at nighttime, so y'all wouldn't have been able to see anything anyway. Y'all just been listening to me. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. There we go. Y'all just been listening to me, so this way works out good, because this way y'all get to see the terrain and all that. Y'all get to see what it is that what we were driving over before. And it's a little prettier. Got lots of these hills and stuff, and you're going to see those mesas. I do remember talking about the mesas and all in that last episode, and how I'm looking forward to when we get into Utah and Colorado comes in the game and stuff like that, because you'll get to see all these mesas and things, all this pretty desert terrain that we ain't seen really a whole lot of in the game before. Look at that stuff out yonder. You see that beautiful stuff? Desert can be real pretty, can't it? Especially for like this time of the morning when all the stars are out, the sun's rising. All right, let's get a little more speed on it before the people behind us start getting upset. I do remember that too. Like I said, I was a funny brother trucker during that whole thing. I remember how I talked about how the mesas. You had all these mesas out here that we wouldn't be surprised to look out there and see Dwindon and see Mine Fiend out there digging up some clay and some different colored sands and stuff like that. Let's get a little speed. Let's get a little pedal to the metal and see if we can get a little speed on this puppy. We got these long straightaways like this. And I tell you that we in Nevada, we're going along and we're doing 50 miles an hour and we're getting passed by folks like they stand like we've been standing still. Let's slow it down because we're coming up to a city here. Alright, we're gonna have to make a right. Yep, we're gonna make a right. I think this is East Wales, I think. I think this is the one that is just
200 yards, turn right.
I think it's just like we said before, a
turn right.
A scenery city. You know, it doesn't count as a city. You can't do pickups or deliveries or anything like that here. But it's just here to add scenery to the trip so that you don't just have interstate between your various cities without any other kind of stuff going on, you know. Here's one of them crazy on-ramps that are like, whoop, there you are. And that on-ramp should have gone to at least right about here, you know, give you a little space to get up to speed and all. Okay, another thing we're gonna have to do, if you see any helicopters just hovering in the sky, give me a shout, because that's something that didn't work out too well last time, is that we almost ran into one of those events along the road. You know, they have those random events. We almost ran into it. We had 2 state troopers that had a car pulled over in the lane right here. There was one in front, one in back, and I didn't know what was going on. And then I realized it was like I could see a helicopter just kind of in the distance. It was coming up, and I thought it was flying down the road, but nope, it was hovering over the crime scene. And if I'd known what that was, I'd been able to slow down. Luckily, we didn't have anything over there in that left-hand lane, so we were able to swerve around it real quick. Pull in for vehicle inspection. Oh, they gonna catch me every damn time, ain't they? All these times, they're making up for all those times where we ain't never had to do it before. They're gonna catch us every single time this time. All right, let's pull on in. Get my speed down. It's 15 in here. We said before, we don't want to get busted for speeding. Uh-oh. Yep. You saw that little red flash on there. Let's not get busted for speeding pulling into the weigh station. If that cop would have flashed his lights on us, sure to whirl. Let's see how much we're weighing with that little bitty trailer behind us. Last time when we pulled in, we were, what, 79,000 pounds. What are we this time? 33,000. Less than half what we were before. And our sleep's about halfway up. While we're here, before we get out on the highway, let's take a look. Let's pull up the Ram McNally. And let's see what we got. All right. So we are coming through. Yep, see? That was at East Wales, WELLS. Don't be going exciting there, old Bubba. We're not back in your side of the world. So, that was East Wales, which is just a scenery city. So we're going to go through Elko. We're going through Winnemucca. That's what we'll do. We're going to hit Winnemucca. I'm going to take a detour so that we can come down through here and get this added to our map. Although, actually, it's up there, isn't it? Well, that's our first real sleep site. And I'll bet, see, there's another one of those. We'll get off, we'll go up here, we'll come back under. I bet whenever we swing back down through here, that should give us a Winnemucca thing. If it doesn't, we'll swing on down here like this way before we get back on the interstate. All right, so that's our plan. That'll get our sleep out of the way.
Calculating route. Please proceed to highlighted route.
So let's get going here. The sun up, the sun is up. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. All right, we got plenty of space between us and those people coming up behind us to get out here on the road. Well, let's get it trucking, shall we? Yep. I do need to get my head tracker set up. I know y'all keep hearing me say that every single mission, but I do need to get it set up so that let's get our lights turned off. So I can keep both hands on the wheel. Don't have to keep sitting over here moving that little thing. Winnemucca and Reno, straight on ahead. Elko. Now they got that little stretch of road in between Elko and Reno. I talked about that last time too, in that mission episode, about the fact that we went around that curve where we rolled it that time. Y'all remember when we rolled it? Did that newbie mistake and took that curve way too damn fast. Whoop. See right there. Perfect example. Reaching for my coffee cup. And jiggled it right on over. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. Beautiful little city here too. Message in a bottle. I've been listening to a lot of Sting and the Police today, so I've got several of their songs stuck in my head. That's a big one. It's a good one, though. Got a message in a bottle. All right, so we just got a ways to drive here. We're just going to stick to the interstate. It's going to be just wide open freeway here for a while. Only thing we need to only thing we're going to have to be careful of is check that, keep an eye on our GPS there, so that when we got a curve coming up like that one up yonder, that we ain't doing like 75 as we go around it. Because we can accelerate fast with this little puppy behind us. We hardly even feel it back there. That 53-footer that I was hauling yesterday, whenever we go around a curve, I'd feel it swaying back there, and whenever I had to stomp on the gas and try to speed up, I could feel it really pulling the machine back. You know, you got that lag. You ain't got it here. So it will lure you into doing silly stuff like taking curves too fast and all, because you're just not realizing how fast you're going. There, I think it was right along in here, headed the other way, I think, where I was sitting there talking about the mesas. Yep, this is where it was. So see, y'all getting kind of the whole thing in reverse. I bet stuff will remind me what I was talking about as I go along. If we had took that, you know, we're taking these curves at 60. If we had done that on the trip going the other direction, ooh, it wouldn't have been pretty. We'd have rolled that puppy for real. I'm sorry, brother trucker. I didn't mean to kind of squeeze you there a little bit. Why don't you come on up and come on by me? Yep, I done ruined all his momentum. I'm sorry about that. I see you dropping further and further back. Either that or you scared of me. Here's where we go. Yep, here's where we go. This is about where I was talking about rolling it last time. You saw how we made that unexpected lane change right there. But I was taking that curve too fast. And we got a real sharp one coming up here. So let's keep our speed down about 50 or so, 45 or 50. But we don't want to repeat it when we rolled it. So we got this mission to do. We got one more to go after this. Or actually, we could do 20 after this if we wanted to, the little short ones. But we're going to try and do it in one. We're going to try to. There you go, Mr. Chevron. I'm sorry about squeezing you out a little while ago. We're not trying to repeat Ford versus Ferrari here. And I believe this might be the curve coming up right up here where I rolled it back in that old episode. It's going to be one of these coming up. It's just this side of Reno. Just this side of Reno when we start getting near Reno again. But yeah, we could do a lot of them if we wanted to, the little short ones. But I'd kind of like to knock it out. So I'm looking forward to getting this one in the can and then put one more on the table and see if I can knock out the whole trip in one. See, we do need, that's why I'm trying to get to that 10. Uh-oh, we got a red triangle here. That means there's trouble ahead. All right, he just broke down. He just broke down, but he was able to get to the side of the road. So that's good. All right, through the tunnel. Cause yeah, we're shooting for that level 10. I bet we get close to it today. We're about halfway through it. Halfway through level 9. I bet we get close to level 10 today. We'll definitely get it done in our next trip. And then we'll have the new engine. We'll have the more powerful engine. And that's what we're going for. Because even hauling this little bitty trailer behind us, we're still, like you saw back there, we were heading to 40. We had it all the way to the floor, and we were just creeping up toward 50 and 60. So it's going to be nice to get a new engine in here. Start looking at some of the better transmissions. Looks like that's the way to Tonopah, but that's a little bit too much of a detour for us. We got enough. We got at least two that are along the road. Truckee and Winnemucca. Both of those are good enough right along here on the road with us. Let's back down the speed a little bit. Because this is, like I said, we're getting kind of close to where we were when we rolled it. And I'm going to shut up talking about that. Yep, there's that balloon that I saw. I said y'all getting kind of that episode in reverse, because I was talking about that balloon, and I was talking about how that balloon came after the helicopter. And I talked about, yeah, you know, you see that balloon hovering in the sky, and the only way it's going to be an emergency if it comes down on top of us.
then immediately exit right.
Alright, don't see nothing in our little round mirror up there. Nope, nothing beside us.
Exit right.
So we're gonna see about coming on over here. Like I said, we'll swing through Winnemucca. I'll bet we get it added to our list. We'll be close enough to do it. Because it's actually over there on our left side.
Turn right.
So let's come on over. We stopped. And let's see anything coming. Nope. And I think we're doing this to sleep. Is that correct? Yep, our fuel gauge is full down there. So we're doing this to sleep. Ooh, look at that old rusted out truck.
In 200 yards, turn left. Turn left.
Let's see what kind of place they got for us sleeping here. Is it going to be one of those little shady roadside inns, or... It looks almost like grapeseed over here, and I don't like grapeseed. Grapeseed's one of those places, you know, it's like Stab City. You can get mushed up. Well, let's hope it's halfway decent. Yep, looks like it's a motel, but it ain't too bad. Beats having those scuzzy little places, you know, where it's just the dirt lot that you pull off onto the side of the road, that's for sure. Oh, Lord of mercy. I don't want to park out front, so let's see if we can make this turn. They put that telephone pole there. Winnemucca discovered. They sure put that pole there in a crappy location. We're going to pull around back. We're going to see what time it is. We're only about 2/3 full on the sleep meter, but it just means that this keeps us from having to do it later, you know? All right, what time is it? It is 9:30 in the morning, so the sun will still be up. Sun will still be up whenever we get back out here, but only just. So we're going to go in, we're going to get a place to sleep. And I will see y'all again when we get that done. See y'all on the other side of the nap here.